Hi everybody. Come on into the room. Let me just get the camera situated and voila. Hi everybody. How are ya? Hi. Today, hi, first of all, I'm Manorama, for those of you that are new and are joining, and we're here today. I'm offering a Sanskrit Studies and Luminous Soul session, a mini session on yoga, the Yoga Sutra of Patanjali. So I want to welcome you all into the room. I'll give you a minute to get settled and get into the room. I'm going to have a little sip of water, and you might want to grab some too. For those of you who have the Yoga Sutra handy, if you happen to have Sri Brahmananda Saraswati's book, go grab it right now. If you don't have this one, then you can take a quick snapshot, and I highly recommend you either get it at sanskritstudies.org or you find another way to get it. I don't know other ways that you can get it, but it's a very good book because it has within it, I'll show you one of the key features that's very cool. It has the Sandhi form of every sutra, and then it has the non-Sandhi form. And if you really want to go deeply into the study of sutras and into the study of Sanskrita or yoga philosophy, you're going to want to work with both options. Okay, and so I know that this particular text has been edited by a Sanskritist, namely my teacher, Sri Brahmananda Saraswati, Dr. Ramamurti Mishra. So, you know, I know that I can vouch for it. Another one that's very good is the Desikacharya, Sri K. Desikacharya's version. And I'm sure there are others, but just for now, these are the ones that I can totally verify. Okay, so if you don't have this, you can look at sanskritstudies.org to get it. Otherwise, you can look and see if you can get it some other way. Okay, so grab that. Give you a minute to do that. And let's get started. Good. Okay, so today I thought I would do a mini session on the Yoga Sutra. I wasn't able to meet you guys the other day, but I'm able to meet you now. So I'm looking forward to our mini sutra session. And it also kind of shows you that, you know, you can do little pieces and grow your practice. You can do little touch-ins, little connections, and grow your practice to evolve your yoga practice. Some of you have children, some of you have husbands, wives, families, and this allows you an opportunity to go a little more deeply into the practice, okay? So I'm going to put, I wrote out the two sutras that I wanted to look at today on this board. You can take a snapshot of it, or you could open to it in your Yoga Sutra book. I think I opened to it here. Yeah. So in Sri Brahmananda Saraswati's book, it's page 11. And it's Sutra 1.21, 1.22, okay? 1.21, 1.22, but I'm going to also put it up here on the board in case you don't have that, so you can take a picture of this, or you can write it out. Whoops, 1 second. I just noticed that when I was handling the board, it got a little smudged. So let me make sure that that's clear for you. Okay, here we go. Take your picture now, or you can write it out. Good, I see some people are snapping photos. Okay, so first of all, I want to just say, Om Patanjalaye Namah. Can you say that? And bring your palms together like this, because this is the tradition. And originally, this beautiful mudra was meant to have some kind of offering in it. So a flower or fruit or something, and then you would make the offering, and then you would offer, right? So it kind of has that feeling. But nowadays, it's gotten closed hands, and it means like that sacred part of you, you're making that offering to God or to the universal light. Yeah, it's very beautiful. So we bring our palms together. Look at this cute shirt I have from Rooted Yoga. I love this shirt. Little fashion tip before we do our sutras. Okay, Rooted Yoga. All right, so bring your palms together like this in supplication and bow your head and say Om, everybody, Om Patanjalaye, Patanjalaye Namah, Namah. So we'll chant it 3 times. I'll lead and you follow. Om Patanjalaye Namah. Now you. Om Patanjalaye Namah. 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 Om. And this very small invocation says, we extend our respect to Lord Patanjali. Sure, that deserves hearts, absolutely. Sri Patanjali has left a roadmap for all of us. So we extend our love and respect to Sri Patanjali, who has left us roadmaps, or many roadmaps actually, but this in the form of Yoga Sutra. He left us this roadmap, and for us to follow and to understand more deeply the teachings around the union. And to that we bow and we say thank you. Okay? All right, so let's take a look at our sutras today. Today we're going to take a look at Sutra 121 and 122. And what we have to know in the beginning of this is that samadhi is at the forefront. Yeah, let me make that clear so some of you who just joined can take a nice clear picture. There you go. Great. Okay, so what is at the forefront of this is that samadhi, which is the experience of union, of wholeness, of nothing missing. My teacher, Sri Brahmananda Saraswati, used to describe yoga as the experience where you are missing nothing. So in this mini session, I want to look at 121 and 1.22, but I also want to point out that at the forefront of these is this notion of samadhi. And what do I mean by that? Well, that this is the aim of the practice, to experience that state where you are missing nothing. To experience the light of one's own self. And what I always say in class is, knowing the difference between a capital S and a lowercase s is lovely. You know conceptually that lowercase s means individual self, and that capital S means absolute self. But what I want you to focus on is that that's knowing the difference between a capital and a lowercase, but it's hardly really fully integrating the experience of the individual self with the limitless self. So as we engage deeper into Yoga Sutras and we learn how to pronounce them and feel them on the palate, we get access to something very different. We get access to our luminous soul, or that highest self that we are. And let's take a look at the sutras. So I'll read them first, and you read them after me, and then we're going to chant them. But let's just do a little reading first. So it says, Tivra, can you say that? Tivra samveganam, and it's not asana, it's asana. Say, asana. There's two N's here, and you can see it. There's not one N, there's two. And that changes the pronunciation. Asana. Say, asana. Good. So we've got Tivra samveganam asana. Say again. Tivra samveganam asana. Great. Okay. And then I'm going to read this one, and then we'll come back and we'll chant them together. Mredu. Say, mredu. Madhyadhimatratvat, madhyadhimatratvat, tatopi visheshah, mredu madhyadhimatratvat, say, mredu madhyadhimatratvat, tatopi visheshah. Let's do it one more time. I'll read it again. Mredu madhyadhimatratvat, tatopi vishesha. Now you. Mredu madhyadhimatratvat, tatopi vishesha. Good. Okay. So now let's chant them together. Okay, I just want to do one thing. Let me just hold this so that I can, well, I'll do it after. Okay. Om. So before you chant, I always tell people, feel the floor underneath you. So I'm going to actually put my feet on the floor, right? Do the same. And you want to feel the floor underneath you. I'm just going to move this back a little. Oops, sorry. Whoopsie. Managing the camera is a thing. I'm not a camera person. I'm a Sanskritist. Okay. So what I want you to do is first feel the floor underneath you, kind of relax your body, and connect in with your breathing. Correct your posture so that you feel more easeful. Good, and then from this place we're going to chant the sutras. I'll lead and you follow. Om Tivra Samveganam Asanna Tivra Samveganam Asanna Mredu Madhyadhimatratvat Tatopi Vishesha Tivra Samveganam Asanna Tivra Samveganam Asanna Mredu Madhyadhimatratvat Tatopi Vishesha Mredu Madhyadhimatratvat Tatopi Vishesha. Together, 121 and 1.22. Tivra Samveganam Asanna Mredu Madhyadhimatratvat Tatopi Vishesha. Om. Just take a moment to feel the effects of the sutra. Beautiful. Shanti. So I'm going to read my teacher's commentary because I really like it. And I'm going to give some commentary of my own on the sutra itself. So my teacher's commentary. The success leading to samadhi, or complete absorption into cosmic consciousness, is nearest to those whose efforts are intense, strong, and sincere. So we can... It's up to us, the thirst that we have, you know. And my teacher, back in the days when I was originally studying with my teacher, there was often this phrase that was used. It was like, you have to be like a man or woman who is submerged underwater and wants air. That's how thirsty you have to be for spiritual understanding. You have to be really thirsty for it. And that's kind of what the sutra is saying. It's saying that people are always like, how do I realize it? But you realize it by first being honest with yourself about where your thirst is. Because the sutra is telling you, Tivra Samveganam Asanna, that your success in realizing cosmic consciousness, or that, you know, if cosmic consciousness sounds so way out there, like that connectedness in yourself is closest to those whose effort is, now let's look at what it says, intense, sincere, strong and sincere. Intense, strong, and sincere. So you need an intensity to your desire. You have to have a very intense desire. It has to be intent and intense. You also have to have a strength. You have to have strength in that desire. And then you have to have that sincerity. And we see this come up again and again and again in the Yoga Sutra and in any yogic text, that your sincerity is absolutely crucial in your practice. It's an absolutely pivotal element that you need in order to grow your yogic practice. You need your sincerity. It's a feeling, it's a respect, it's a genuineness that we all have. but perhaps we're not accessing as often. So when you're considering your spiritual practice, you want to work to access that intensity of the desire for it, for contact with your highest self. You want to access the strength that you've built around that through practice. That's how you build strength, is by actually showing up for the practice. And then you want to also access that sincerity and put that forth, because that sincerity is the key element that draws the teachings and draws the teachers towards you. The teachers that will really speak to you, that will speak to your heart, that will speak to your way of understanding. You'll draw them towards you with that level of sincerity. Okay, let's take a look at the next sutra. Sutra 122. My teacher's translation says, the chances of success leading to samadhi, or the experience of missing nothing, will vary according to the degree of effort. So you could have mridu effort, you could have madhya effort, or you could have adhimatra effort. So mridu is mild, right? So when you have a mild effort, you're going to have a mild result. It's pretty basic math, right? My teacher used to always teach me, you know, if you act kind and you show respect to the world is going to generally give you that back. And then there will be karmas, and there will be occasional things that are not like that, but your practice will support you through those experiences. But if in general you're disrespectful with the world, you're careless about your choices, you're careless about the food you eat, you're careless about the way you care for your body or the way you speak to people, you're going to reap those benefits. So the chances of success leading to samadhi, it's pretty basic math. If your desire and your effort is mild, you're going to experience a mild result. And if your desire and your effort is madhya, right? If it's medium, you're going to get a medium result. And if it's adhimatra, intense, then it's going to become closer to you, right? So it's not that you have to become, I think sometimes we associate intense with tense. And I want to make a point to talk about that for a minute here. So when I say intense, I don't mean tense. So sometimes we've all had this experience, especially those of us who are very fiery. It's like intense, right? But what if you can have a gentle intensity? What if it's like, this is what I'm holding to, and I am focused, but I'm light? You know, that is going to make a difference, because I think a lot of people feel that intense can be scary, or it's like tiring, or they don't vibe with it, right? So what if the adhimatra, the intensity, can be kind of light? You keep checking in with your body, you drop your shoulders, you relax your body, but you've got your eye on the prize, what it is you want to realize, which is greater connectivity with your spiritual self, with the luminous soul, that highest self that you are. Okay? And what's amazing is these two sutras then lead you to that grand sutra, which is Ishvara Pranidhanadva. So we will talk about that in another session, but I look forward to immersing into that sutra. All right, so that's it for today. You can work with these two sutras and consider, one of the ways you can work with it is just to consider your effort. And be honest with yourself, and don't shame yourself, right? Don't be like, oh, it's mild. Just be like, oh, it's been mild. I wonder what that's about, you know? Do I feel some fear? Or do I feel some kind of distance? Or have I been pulled in other directions and I want to up it to kind of medium? I want to get to that madhya stage. Or has it been madhya and I really want to up my game and I want to increase it to adhimatra, right? So you can work with this. It's not like, oh, that's it. That's what it is. It's an ability. We have the text of the Yoga Sutra to study it and then become more aware of our own relationship to teachings and our practice, and then evolve that to its next level, which is amazing. I always tell students, you are energy moving through form. You are evolving yourself here. All right. So any questions? Any questions? I'll erase the board while you're considering. It's such a pleasure to be here with everybody. I love seeing you guys on our little Periscope platform. It's really special for me to be able to be with you. So thank you for that opportunity. No questions? Okay. If there's no questions today, then we'll start to wrap up. Some upcoming events. I will be doing a live event at Jivamukti Yoga Center. I've been doing this for 23 years. So I'll be there next Wednesday, which is October 19th. I will be at the Jivamukti Yoga Center offering a satsang from 8:30 to 10 p.m. where you can come and meditate and so on. It's a drop-in class, live in person. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then what's coming up tomorrow, I start the year-long Sanskrit training. Da, 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 da. So if you're on the fence, definitely join us. We will not be offering the class next year, but we are offering it this year. It's 10 modules. You could go module by module, or you can take the whole kit and caboodle and get yourself a nice big discount. But this is going to be going into Sanskrit, the language, as well as how to pronounce Yoga Sutras. So you'll be working on the correct pronunciation, and it feels so good when you pronounce Sanskrit correctly. You'll be working on grammar, mantra, yoga, and the pronunciation of sutras, as well as Bhagavad Gita verses. So we have a lot that we're going to cover in the course. We have a fantastic group that has already joined. I mean, it's just amazing. I was looking at the list today and I was like, wow, I can't wait to see everybody tomorrow. So if you're on this call now, I see you tomorrow. And if you're interested to join us or to even find out about this, get your buns over to sanskritstudies.org and you can find out more information about this. Just click on the classes tab and then click on teleclasses. Okay, sanskritstudies.org. So this kicks off tomorrow. And again, if you can't make a live class, then you're given access to the recording for up to a week after the class, the live class. So you'll be able to get the recording if you can't make the live class. Okay, everybody? So those are some announcements. And I don't know what else. I'll be in Dallas, Texas at a live event at the Kula Initiative in December. You'll catch me there. And I'm also going to be at Christina's Cells in November in Austin, Texas. So I've got some live events coming around the bend, and I'll make more announcements in our next Periscope session together. Well, if there's no questions, I think I'm going to wrap and tell you all thank you so much for joining me. And remember that you are beautiful, that you are powerful, and you are free. And I so appreciate you joining me. It will be amazing to be with you, Maji, in the Sanskrit group. Thank you, Kati. I can't wait to see you tomorrow in class, in our little CU, our teleclass. You are all luminous souls. So keep growing, keep evolving your practice. It's a world of wonder. And I wish you all a beautiful day. Be blessed, everybody. Be blessed, everybody. Bye. Love you. Be blessed. Thank you for joining me. Love you all.